Welcome to this week's Wednesday Waffle, or as I've been trying to call it, Wednesday Wisdom. Not sure there's going to be much wisdom this week as I describe the weekend's Donder, the videos that are currently available and are coming up, the progress on the competition, and a tale about frozen pipes. Yes, I said frozen pipes. We'll come back to that though. We were away at the weekend. Nice relaxing Donder. Not as planned. The diary will be on the Facebook group soon. And let's just say we planned something. No, let's put it this way. The Donder, went exactly to plan. Just not the plan that we had. You want to know why? Go join the Facebook group and read the diary, or wait for a few weeks and it'll appear on here as part of the video, no doubt. We had a relaxing weekend, if a cold weekend. It was bitterly cold, -4 at one point, and probably colder overnight. But we were nice and snug and warm in Desmond. This week's videos are the last videos from the weekend trips of 2019. It's a visit to Huntley Castle with the usual fit of photos and videos, the diary and a little bit of local information in there as well. I hope you're enjoying it, and if you haven't seen it so far, Fridays has got some drone footage of the castle in. The competition. The competition continues, and the competition, for those who are seeing this for the first time, is to see or to guess the mileage we did from Fochabers on our English invasion. And that's the mileage from home down to our furthest southwesterly point, which was in Wiltshire, our furthest easterly point in Suffolk, back up to the Midlands, up to North Yorkshire, and returning to home in Fochabers. The full details are on the Facebook group, in the diary there, which maybe allow you to get on Google whatever and come up with a more precise thing. But have a guess. We've had a few guesses so far, some very close, some over 1,000 miles out. That's difficult when the journey was the length it was, but hey ho. We're keeping the competition open till after the last of the English invasion videos, and they start on Monday and continue just for 3 weeks. And so at the end of that period, the 28th of February, the last day for entering the competition. Just write your guesstimate of the miles in the comments in the video, or if you want you can put them on Facebook in the group, or you can email me, whichever way you want to have a guess, and I will retain your nearest guess as your entry. I could be cruel and do the latest one, but we won't do that. We'll do your nearest guess to keep it as as unchallenging as possible. For me more than anything else. Okay, so we've dealt with the weekend's Donder, we've dealt with the videos. We've talked about the competition, and we've talked about what's coming up. But if you're still here, you're probably going to hear about the frozen pipes. I have mentioned the temperature of the weekend, but that was not what the story's about. This goes back to our married quarter days, and it's back to when we lived in Califer Road. We were in quarters when I was in the Air Force, and the rules for married quarters back when I was first in the Air Force were quite strict. Not like they are or were when I left and when we were in hirings, where it was a lot more lax, to be honest. When you moved into a quarter, you got the book, how-tos on how to do everything. And one winter we were going away for quite an extended time, and the winters back then were cold. If you watch Throwback Thursday, it was earlier than those winters, and we haven't had a winter like that probably for 10-12 years. But the point being, we had to take certain precautions against frost in the quarters. We didn't have central heating. We had a great big block, overnight storage heating type thing in the middle of the house, which blew warm air theory around. Didn't work, it was absolutely useless. We had gas fires and oil filled radiators dotted around to keep the house warm. Irrelevant. So it came to preparing the house for winter when you're going away. You look in the book, it's all there. Oh yes. And basically it says, near the back door, if you fold back the vinyl, you will see a wooden hatch. If your house has a hatch, you must open it and drain the water there after having first turned off the main stopcock under the sink. If you don't have a hatch, then just turn off the stopcock. So, we rolled back the lino in the kitchen, no hatch. That's good, it means we don't have to drain the house down. All we have to do is turn off the water. So we turned off the water, opened up the taps to let it, the hot water tank empty. It did everything in accordance with the book, the handbook for the quarter and how to. So off we went. We returned after a week, 10 days, 2 weeks away. I can't remember. It's been a while. And Lindsay got the heating on and I went to turn the water on. So I turned the water on, closed the taps, and then went upstairs to close those ones. No water. Went back down, no water from the downstairs taps. Tried to turn the water back off. It's obviously frozen. Couldn't turn the water back off. Okay, not a lot I can do about it now. Open the cupboard door, let everything warm up, and we'll take it from there. So, we took it from there. We went to bed, and we woke up a few hours later to the sound of running water. Yes, the pipes were now defrosted. Ran into the bathroom to turn off the taps to find myself wading ankle deep in water. Started throwing things into the kitchen, into the back bedroom, and Lindsay was moving things there because there was water everywhere, to find it was flooded. Ran downstairs while Lindsay continues up there. I ran down to try and turn off the water. Water everywhere. The scene when I opened the cupboard to get under the sink to turn the stopcock off was something out of Tom and Jerry. You know the bit where Tom or Jerry opens the cupboard or whatever and the water's there and then suddenly falls out on him. Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. I got drenched, I turned off the water and we started to empty out. And then we phoned for help. Frozen pipes, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're going to get charged for that, etc., etc. So, they came out and the first thing the man did was look under it. Oh, well, you've got nowhere to drain it down, so you've done everything right. Let's get on with the repair. There was water coming out of the electrics, there was water coming out of here. We were a while without water and without electric. There's a little side tale about the electric being available after a while, but nobody told us. Yeah, we got by. You did back then. Yeah, it was just something. Most of the pipes in the house had to be replaced. The hot water tank, etc. Major works. Anyway, as it was all being worked and fixed on, the family's officers stuck their nose in. They were the ones who were going to have me charged, and it's going to cost me to have all this fixed. He said, according to our records, your house has taps, and you couldn't have turned them off, the drainage taps. So I said, well, I rolled up the carpet, the lino in the kitchen, and there was no hatch. So he would have a look. He rolled up the carpet, the lino, and sure enough, there was no taps. There was no hatch, nothing. Well, he says, our records show it has. I said, well, there aren't any. I followed the instructions as per, no hatch, go and see. So, I didn't get billed for the thing. We eventually got water and electric back on, and things returned to normal. But of course, it doesn't end there. The outcome of the story is that we should have had a hatch. There were indeed drainage taps under the floor. But a previous occupant had a similar experience to what I'd had. They had replaced the pipe work where the drainage taps were, but because of a leak, they'd never and what happened? The hole they'd cut and put a board in to then put in a proper hatch had swollen, sealed, and it didn't look as though there was a hatch. And they'd forgotten to come and put the hatch in. So we did have drainage taps under there, but we had no way of accessing them, and I had no way of knowing they were there. But to this day, when I think of that problem and that time and those couple of weeks when we got back without electric, without water, it was the image of Tom and Jerry opening the cupboard, the water as if by magic staying there. I know it didn't, but it was as if the water stayed there for that split second and then tipped out over me. It was an experience, shall we say. Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Please take a look at Friday's video of Huntley Castle. Monday's video was the photo diary from Huntley, and next week, bright and early Monday morning, we start the English Invasion videos series. I hope you'll enjoy them, and I do hope you'll enter into the competition. If you haven't already, please do so over the coming weeks. Bye for now. Thank you for watching Desmond's Donders. We'll hope you'll join us again for more photos, waffle and video as we travel around Scotland. Bye for now.